Hey guys, this is Miss Samra. I'm back with my next lesson. It's a little different today because I'm using a different way to teach you guys. I've been trying different things from last few days and finally I've decided to use my iPad with Apple Pencil. And again guys, I'm still learning. If I do anything wrong, please forgive me. Okay, so let's start today's lesson. So today we're going to be learning about solving. Gosh, it feels so cool holding this pencil. Anyways, solving, oh gosh, it's kind of distraction. Solving log equations. So how do we do this? Pretty much, it's pretty simple because idea for every single equation, it's all the same. So you just have to isolate the function first. So let's say we have something like this. I have 3 times log 4x minus 3 plus 2 and it's equal to 11. All right. First step, I need to isolate the log function, which is, let's use this tool. Let's pick a different color and I would pick red. Here you go. All right. So log is this. So in order to isolate this, what I would do is, let's go back to blue. All right. So I would take away 2 first. This becomes 3 log 4x minus 3 and it's equal to 9. I would divide by 3. This becomes log 4x minus 3 and it's equal to 3. All right. Now, this is where next step comes in. All right. This is where you need to switch it to exponential function. So switch this function to exponential function. I hope you guys remember how to. All right. The way we do is, so you need to bring down the base. And if there is no base number, it's always an invisible 10. So I would bring down the base, which is 10, and swap. So 10 to the third power is equal to 4x minus 3. So 10 to the third is 1000. 4x minus 3, add 3, almost there. 1003 is equal to 4x, divide by 4. And x is equal to 250.75. Here you go. That's my answer. So if you want to try any problem like this, you could go to page number 546 and you could try got it 5. Okay. Now that was the first one. So let's go to another example. This is my next example. All right. Let's try a different color. All right. School color. How about that? Purple? Let's do that. Okay. So next example I have is log of x minus 3 plus log of x and it's equal to 1. Okay. What's wrong with this problem? This is slightly different because last example, if you remember, let me show you that. It was just one log function in there, right? But now the one I see now, I have multiple log pieces. So anytime you have multiple log pieces, so first thing you gotta do is you need to condense that function. That's what we did in last section. So you need to make it into single log function. So single log, which where you actually look at the sign. So I see plus in there. So it means technically this is log of x minus 3 getting multiplied by x. Once this becomes single log, time to switch. First, but make sure you isolate it first. Oh, there's nothing getting multiplied, nothing added. So it means it's already by itself. So I can just switch it to exponential. Switch. So how do we switch? So bring down the base, which is, oh, again, invisible 10. 10 to the first power, it's equal to x minus 3 times it by x. Now let's just simplify. If I distribute this side, this becomes x squared, 3x, and it's equal to 10. Now I know eventually this is going to be a quadratic function. If you remember, in order to solve quadratic, this equation needs to be equal to 0. So I would subtract 10. It's x squared minus 3x minus 10 and it's equal to 0. And I hope you remember, how do we solve quadratic? So you need to x factor that equation. So this is my function, so I would x factor. So top is AC, where you multiply first by the last number, which is negative 10. This is B, it's negative 3. So two numbers multiplied to negative 10 added to negative 3. So it's negative 5 and positive 2. I don't need to divide because A is 1. So factor is going to be x minus 5 and x plus 2. Almost there. Let's solve. So first one solve to 5, second one solve to negative 2. And that's what I have for my answers. Here you go. Okay, now for this one, if you want to try one, you could go to page number 547 and you can try. Got it, 6. Okay, I'm almost there. My last example. So let's try a different color. Which one? Okay, try green. All right, let's look at the next example. So next example, I have 2 times ln. My bad. Again, I'm sorry. Gosh, I gotta fix a lot of stuff. I need to go back. This is now how it looks like. See, I'm getting there slowly and steady, learning stuff. So this is what I have. ln x minus 3, and there's a square on the top, and it's equal to 4. Okay, this is log function, but what I see is this whole expression has square on the top, this square. So again, for something like this, you can apply expanding properties. So I hope you remember this 2 in front, you could always move it in the front. The reason I would do that, because if that number is on the front, then I can divide both sides by that number and get rid of that. So pretty much, let's just divide both sides by 2. I see ln x minus 3 and it's equal to 2. Now this one looks exactly like normal log function. But don't forget, if it's ln, you need to bring down base e. So this becomes e to the second. It's equal to x minus 3. E to the second is 7.38. You can type it in your calculator. X minus 3. At the end, let's just add 3 both sides. And x is equal to 10.38. Here you go. So that's my answer. All right, so this is all for today. Thank you for watching. I hope you like my new idea. Thank you. Feedbacks, please. All right, bye-bye.